What's up, family and friends? Good afternoon. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. Welcome to this live broadcast, and I want to share with us what I titled Lost But Found. Lost But Found. Let me start with when an idea comes to you as a person, whether in the dream or you're just thinking and there's something come in your head, and you later find that maybe you didn't write it down, then you have forgotten it. It appears you lost it. No, it's still there. It's not lost. It will come back. You will get it back, because there is a purpose why it came to you in the first place, and that purpose must be achieved, must be accomplished. It will keep coming back. So that idea that opportunity comes but once is not true. You can create opportunities, so it must not only come. Just like the same way you can create ideas, not only the one that comes. And sometimes you create idea, or idea comes to you, you forgot to write it down, or get distracted and maybe feel you lost it. No, you will find it again. It will come. So, have you also seen a woman that lost her child, especially her only child? A matured woman that lost her child, a married matured woman that lost her child. She lost her son. She don't know where her son is, and she was crying out her heart, running around the street crying, asking everyone, both the one she know and the one she don't know, asking the neighbors, crying, I'm looking for my son. My son is missing. But she didn't know that her neighbor, who got a shop, found that boy wandering, and they keep the boy waiting maybe for the mother to come by and take him, but the boy slept off. And the woman was not around when the mother was crying. The mother already called the husband, who went out for business, and she can't even express herself. She can't tell her husband what actually happened. Because she was crying bitterly, saying, I can't find my son, our son. And the woman's supposed to go about her business also, because she's selling something in the market. But because of the love of her son, she don't just want to go. She was still walking along the street looking for her son. To her surprise, the woman who kept the child, or her son, called her. I said, this is your son. Come and take your son. And she forgot all the way she was crying, all the way she was misbehaving. She forgot all that. Joy came to her. Joy of, I did not lose my son. Replace that sorrow of I lost my son. To her, that son was lost but found. That son was lost to her but found again. Imagine what she will be telling her husband later. And also how careful she will be with that child next time. She won't maybe try to slack watching over that son. Unless she know she handed him over to a grown-up who also will be watching him. Because it's not easy to have a son. Anyone that says easy, let them go and make it. You know what it means to make a son and take care of, I mean every child, I don't mean only son, to take care, to have a baby and, you know, take care of your baby. That's why I see some people kidnapping children, because it's not easy. So, let me bring this home to our African consciousness or African people. It appeared that Africans has lost their heritage. Africans have lost their place in the world. It is obvious. If you look at Africa today, you see even the African leaders has proven to the world that Africans cannot do anything without foreign influence. African cannot build themselves. African cannot control a nation. African cannot develop their own place without foreigners. Africans paying the Asians, paying the Europeans, paying the Americans to come and build their place. And these are people that have the so-called great institution in their land, producing graduates every year. Great graduates. But their land, they lost their heritage. They lost their heritage, their spirituality, their ability to invent things, ability to manufacture things, ability for innovation, ability to live as a people again. Africans seems to lost them. And to some people, they say we'll be forever. But I know there is no condition that is permanent. No matter how hard, no matter how impossible that condition seems, is not permanent. It can be changed. You can change it. We can change it. But there are institutions put in place in Africa to keep Africans from knowing that no condition is permanent. So they plan as if their condition is permanent. They live as if their condition is permanent. They think as if their condition is permanent. So they enjoy prosperity without minding about posterity. Those institutions make Africans see that death is a deadly thing. Death is the end. While the other people who even stole their heritage, African heritage, they're not living so. Yeah, they kill to maintain their lives. They kill, they maintain their power. They kill, they do that. But Africans can throw all their people under the bus into hellfire just because one person was killed. Yet they kill many Africans in Asia. They kill many Africans in America. They kill many Africans in Europe. All Africans we do, African leaders, most time they keep quiet because, you know, they can also kill them if they talk. Or they do little, maybe write it on a paper or broadcast some nonsense to excite the gullible Africans that they, oh, we have a leader, hey, is there this? Rubbish. I keep laughing when people, Africans begin to talk about Gaddafi, how he want to do anything for Africa. That's bullshit. Everything Gaddafi was doing is for the Islamic system to take over. It has nothing to do with African heritage or restoring African heritage. No, it's for Islam to have dominance, to have dominion in Africa over Africans. But because Africans only seem to think at least a little, 1% after somebody's dead. And when they read something made up on the media, they jump at it. I read something on the media, but I use it to convey my message, but not saying all that crap. When they say they kill Gaddafi, when Gaddafi was alive, myself also was against him because of what he was doing to our Nigeria, our people, Igbo people in Libya. My sister was one of the victims of it. You know what Nigerians were going through in Libya when Gaddafi was alive? And Nigerians that time, many Nigerians were condemning him. The only people that will not condemn me, of course, you know, Muslims, they are good religious people. They don't play with their faith. They don't care how many people their members killed, but don't touch one of their members. They say, oh, Obama killed Gaddafi. No, that's another nonsense I hate. Obama killed Gaddafi, Obama do this. But no Africa will say, how about the African leaders? You mean American government can come to Africa and kill any African leader? What is the essence of having AU, African Union? When I was growing up, it was OAU, Organization of African Union. Now they change it to AU. It's useless. No matter how they change their name, all of them are puppets. They're just making meetings, making speeches. That's it. That's where it ends. No action. Nothing. They are still under the white man's influence. So Africans keep proving to the world that Africans lost their heritage and it is forever. But to their awakening, it's not. For people like me, it is not forever lost. It's coming back. The sun will shine again. The truth shall prevail. A servant will never take the place of the master forever. The master have children they don't know, and the children of those master, the children of that master are coming up to reclaim their throne. No condition is permanent. Africans see themselves, even the way they look, as now is ugly. How many Africans are proud of their skin color? How many? Tell yourself the truth. How many Africans are proud of their place, of themselves? How many? How many Africans will happily live in Africa today as we speak? I mean happily. I don't mean living there suffering and smiling, suffering and denying you are suffering because you believe in God or Jesus Christ or some bullshit they gave to us. How many of us, how many of you living in Africa today are happy living there? Yet you will see Africans coming on social media, running their mouth, talking about how they are making it, succeeding. That's after they graduated from a foreign educational system or foreign institution. When they achieve it there, they say that they have done great things. No, you have not done any great thing for yourself. You are still doing great things for the invaders, for the slave masters. Africans are still suffering for lack of water, lack of food. Yet you see them go to the world stage saying, yeah, you know, we are doing this, our people. But when you go inside those people they compete themselves with, they don't even know that Africa is a continent. I mean, school students, people that are going to school, that are being taught in school, they don't know that Africa is a continent. They thought Africa is a state, not even country, a state. I laughed 2 days ago when I heard them saying that the child say Africa, when they tell her to mention 50 states. So I don't know what took her to Africa. You know, he said Is New Jersey a state like Africa? So the Haitian guy tell her, no, Africa is, is a continent. But go to our schools in Africa. They will tell you what America is. They will tell you what Asia is. They will tell you what Europe is. In Africa, in our villages, we know about America, we know about Asia, we know about Europe. But about Africa, it is demonic. It is evil. Because that's what they learn from church to school. That's what they teach us. From church to school, they teach us that, you know, white stuff is the best. Of course, you're going to heaven where white man is God, white people are angels, with white throne, judgment where you will be judged. So white people are the one that determines how we live, how we think. See why we are thinking as a people. But there is hope, lost but found. We're coming back, we're rising up again. No condition is permanent. Oji ihe nwata wele aka elu. Mbakara wele owetu nwata wele ihe. But nwata will not keep sleeping, thinking that the person, if you are sleeping, the person will keep the hand down and you will not touch. Excuse me. You will not know you're supposed to grab it because you are sleeping, as Africans are sleeping. Somebody that holds something that belongs to a child up, he said when the hand begin to pain the person or hurt the person will bring it down and the child will reach out and take what belongs to him. So how about if the child is sleeping and the hand is hurting the person brought down the hand, but the child is sleeping, they cannot grab it. When the child wake up, the hand is up again. The child will wait forever. The child has to be awake, trying to grab that hand, bring it down. Where you have to wear that hand off. You have to keep doing something, keep saying something, crying, I need my thing back. Get to know what belongs to you and fight to get it back. Your freedom belongs to you. Your heritage belongs to you. Your power belongs to you, Africans. We lost it, but we can find it again. It can be found. No God will help us find it. No imaginary being will help us find it. It was people like us that took it in the first place, and we are the people that will take it back, that will find it back. It was not God that invaded and take anything from Africa. For those of you that still believe in that what our ancestors suffered in the hand of the enemies, in the hand of invaders, they never offended. Our ancestors never offended any white person in this world. They were living their life, not bothering anybody else, not invading other people's land and enslaving them or chaining them down. Until these people came and begin to teach our ancestors their evil ways. After they kill our good ancestors, they begin to teach those one they conquered their evil ways, how to go and invade other peoples and they take their land claiming it is God. It is God. How to justify homicide, how to justify genocide, how to justify stealing, how to justify murder, how to justify evil in the land in the name of the gods. So that's why you see our people, Africans, begin to say the gods of the land. The gods of the land strike you. The gods of that. That's bullshit. Any god that strike people for any reason is useless. We don't supposed to, listen or pay attention to such gods. Whether it's one God or a million gods. No. God doesn't. No God is doing anything. It is people that are doing the things that you say is happening. That they spiritualize it doesn't mean it's spiritual. Because you don't understand something, you spiritualize it doesn't make it a spiritual thing. We are not living in a spiritual world. We are spirits living in our world, and our world is physical. It's not spiritual. So it's time we wake up as a people and know that what we lost can be found. We can find it back. We can bring it back. It's not lost forever. I'm not talking about hope. I'm talking about our heritage, African heritage. What we had as a people, what we were as a people, is not lost forever. Our ancestors were the inventors. They invented mathematics. They invented everything for quality living before white men came. They taught white men. They taught white men about everything. But because they deceive us, or they conquered us before they deceive us, many Africans believe that white man is who brought them civilization, brought them education. No, that's bullshit. Our ancestors had all those things. Better ones before they came, defeated our ancestors, and they forced us to have their civilization, which is not working for us. Look at Africa today. No matter how you try, no matter how you cry, no matter how you pray, no matter how you struggle to make it work, it will never work because it's not ours. What will work for us is what is ours. You see what is happening in Africa today, in our villages, in our towns. We are still depending on one rich man from America or one rich man from city to come and help our people. Yet you see our people saying they are voting, they are doing an election, they are having people to represent them. If you make money in America, bring it home so we know who make money. So you see, people, Africans in abroad, you know, doing all manner of things just to be rich, to make money. The money we can make in our villages, but we run away thinking it's only in abroad we can make it because we lost our heritage. When you lose your heritage and you don't care bringing them back, it means also you'll have lost your mind. That's what religion did to Africans, make them lose their mind. They lost their mind with faith in God, faith and hope in God. So instead of them rising up to demand for their heritage, rising up to demand for what belongs to them, they say they are praying for God, for Jesus to come and do it for them. Look at it. Look at a place like Nigeria. If you are not living abroad, or if you are not educated, schooled in abroad, you cannot be in authority. You cannot be among the leaders. It is people that are, you see, the governor of Anambra State from California. That's where she is from. They vote. It's people that go to Cambridge, Oxford, or that one ruling Africa. Not Africans. That's why we don't have African leaders. We have puppets we call African leaders, but they are not true African leaders. True African leaders must be Africans. People that were educated in African stuff, they know Africans, not people that know about all the world and all they know is how to be democratic, you know, cast vote and become your president or your governor. Bullshit. So we are waking up, and whatever we lost, we will find it again. Join the woke nation, join the awakened people. Let us begin to find out our history, know our true history, and recover